Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this one, we're doing a comparison and testing to see which lenses work the best for the autofocus on the FX9. So I have my FX9 here now, and I have the one of the kit lenses with it, the 28 to 135, but I have a bunch of my other lenses there and some other lenses that I have borrowed and some adapters to do some testing on it. I really wanted to know before I purchased the FX9 what was working well with the autofocus. I already owned a bunch of Canon glass, a bunch of EF mounted glass, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to invest in a bunch more of E mount Sony glass, and to see, is it just the Sony lenses that were working with the autofocus really well? I had heard that kind of a lot of lenses were working and adapters working, and obviously that the Sony glass was working better than some of the other companies. So let's do some testing now. I got my buddy Jonah here, and we're gonna do some testing, just some simple stuff. It's just with him. I don't have some other people around with me to do some testing with. But I can say I have done some testing with this lens, not testing, actually using it in some real work environments where I had a group of people behind the subject, stuff like that, and it really worked well to hold onto somebody's face and to track towards the camera. Sometimes in large crowds where I was shooting a bunch of people walking towards the camera and it was feet, the autofocus got a bit confused, but you can do some things in the camera, so you can set it so you can turn the autofocus on and off really quickly. You can assign one of the buttons, or this lens you can pop it back, and so you can be jumping back between the two. But right now we're just going to be testing to see how well the face recognition and the autofocus works. So first lens we're testing is the Sony 28 to 135 f4. This is a great documentary lens, great kind of run and gun lens. So Jonah, I'm going to get you to go behind this little shed here around the corner there, and Jonah, make your way back out. Let's see how well it, there we go, finds his face. He's gonna keep walking towards the camera, and yeah, it's working pretty well there. You can see when it has this box around it and it has the yellow line below it, if you pull on that and you kind of click on it, it gets a double box around the face. That means it's just you're telling it to just focus on that face. So if you have a group of people around and it's picking on a face, it's going to try to stay on that face for the autofocus. So obviously these Sony lenses are working pretty well and they're designed to work with the autofocus. Jonah, we're going to get you to go farther back as well. And there, it's picked up on the autofocus. And that was pretty damn quick. So we're gonna get him to go even farther back, and I'm gonna go in, zoom in on the lens. Let's see where it recognizes his face here. So Jonah, start coming towards the camera, looking up. There you go. Pretty quick early on. It's lost it there for a second. It's back on his face still. He's coming towards camera. This is pretty good. Stop there for a second, Jonah. Here we go. And you can see here, if I'm going off of him, I'm gonna zoom out here a bit. I can go over somewhere else. Still tracking his face there. That's going to go autofocus into the background there, and then the autofocus back onto his face. So let's try this again with a faster lens. I don't have a lot of the native Sony lenses, so this test I'm going to be doing next is on their 50mm. It's kind of like their budget-friendly 50mm to 1.8, and we're going to see how well that works on this. Got this funny little lens now, the 50mm 1.8 on the front of the camera here. Looks a little bit ridiculous on this camera, but let's do some tests with this. So Jonah, I'm gonna get you to go a little bit farther back. You're gonna look straight up at the camera and walk in. And let's see that it's caught onto his face here. And till about there. Just stop there, Jonah. Okay, and then you're just kind of rocking a little bit back and forth a bit, your body, and moving forward, backwards. And this is kind of a scenario, you know, when if you're doing an interview like this and one of the situations where I really want the autofocus to work on this, and one of the reasons why I got this camera with the autofocus, or why I purchased this camera that has autofocus in it, and one of the big appealing things for me with this camera was doing interviews by myself, doing interviews when I'm out by myself or with maybe one assistant, and not having to always be looking at the monitor, to be able to trust autofocus, trust face recognition autofocus, and shoot on a lens that's wide open. So as I expected, this lens is working very well. It's fast. You don't really hear anything from the lens. Doesn't seem like a lot of hunting. It works well. Jonah, we're gonna get you to go around the corner. I'm gonna try that shot there. And that caught on pretty quick. Nice. Okay, so the next test we're gonna do is actually with a Metabones adapter. It's one of the newer locking Metabones adapters. With the Metabones adapters and doing some other tests earlier, what we learned is that you need to be able to upgrade to the latest firmware, and it seems like some of the newer Metabones have this built in already or come with the newest firmware. I have a really old Metabones adapter that I don't even know if I could update it for the newest firmware, so I'm using a friend's Metabones adapter now, and we're going to try that with some Canon glass. So the next lens we have on here is the Canon 16-35 f4, which has image stabilization built into it. It's an awesome lens. So we're using this with the Metabones adapter, and let's see here. Jonah, let's get you walking towards camera a bit. So face recognition is working with this Metabones adapter. It doesn't seem, maybe walking a bit closer there, Jonah. How sharp it is in the face, how quick this is working. If it's hunting a bit, it seems like it's hunting a bit more than the definitely than the Sony glass. Let's yeah, because it got off the face there. It's kind of slow on right now. It says it's on the face, but there's definitely the focus is not off. Maybe you're a bit too close, Jonah. Go back a bit. How close this lens can focus. No, we're still having problems there getting sharp on your face. The autofocus, it's like it's recognizing his face, but the autofocus actually isn't working. It's not focusing. So this is pretty interesting. It's this is not ideal. This is, you know, this is something in this situation there. It's kind of coming in now. You couldn't use. I mean, I wouldn't trust this to use on an interview that way. It's pulled it back there, but definitely not that quick. Jonah, we're gonna get you to go around the corner there. Let's pull on the face and stop there. Rock it a little bit towards the camera a bit. Yeah, the focus is coming off and it's coming back on again. Not totally ideal. Definitely not ideal for using. Let's try this with the Canon 70-200, see if there's any differences that way. So now I have on the very popular Canon 70-200 2.8, and we're gonna do some testing with this. As you see, actually right off the bat, I have it set up. I have it set on autofocus, but it sees Jonah's face. It's not pulling focus on his face. I mean, can I manually pull the focus back there? Yeah. Let's see, Jonah. Let's walk back a bit. Even the focus like this on the Sony lenses, just when I go into a background or something like that, it is way quicker. And maybe it's getting confused by, go autofocus off. No, it's still not. Autofocus is off now. It should pull the focus from here. I mean, it has the box around here, the window to say, this is my region that's in focus. I can change that to a different spot, to wide, and it's still not coming on. So, Jonah, I'm gonna get you to walk towards the camera. No, it's not working. Well, sorry, I'm going to test this, do that test again because I turned off the face recognition there. So face priority is on now. Jonah, go back. So face priority is on. Jonah, walk towards the camera. And is it going to pick up his face? There, it's got his face. Is it pulling focus on him? Not really. It's not working great at all. Stop there, Jonah. All right, let's try this with face priority off. So it should just be a region. So that's gonna take. Jonah, stop there. Come back. I'm gonna do a flexible spot. So I'm gonna put the spot on Jonah and see. Is that working now? No, that's not even pulling focus now with the spot focus with this lenses. So this is not ideal. This is not ideal. I would say the Canon lens with the Metabones adapter, from the tests I'm doing now, I would not use this. I would not be able to trust this. It's kind of working a little bit, but most of the time it's not working. So definitely a no-go Canon lenses on the Metabones, in my opinion, with the Sony FX9. Okay, so this next test now is on my lenses, on my favorite lenses. I have the Sigma Art series lenses and the zoom ones, and this is with the 24-70. This is using the Sigmas. They call it the, what do they call this adapter? They call this the MC11. This is what I've been using. I'm having a lot of luck with this. This is a friend of mine's native E-mount Sigma lens. The same lens, but it's in E-mount, so you can see the flange going down. This is with the adapter on here. It's actually quite a bit smaller. And this is an interesting thing. I hadn't seen these lenses side by side until I grabbed this from my friend today to test out. And the E-mount ones are quite a bit smaller, even though it's optically it should be the same lens. It should be, they're both 2.8, they're both 24-70. Yeah, they are very similar that way, but they're very different in size. And the even bigger deal, I'll show you this. Okay, so bigger deal is, this is the Canon EF mount Sigma 14-24 lens at 2.8. It's large and big. This is the same lens in the E mount. So you can see how much smaller it is, how big smaller the front of the lenses are. This is crazy. This is like way lighter. I almost wish I have gone for the E mount now, because just for lightness in a bag when I'm hiking into locations, this was really help. It's quite a bit lighter than this lens. And the reason I went with the EF mount for the Sigma lenses is that it can be more versatile for me. So if I want to use it on my Blackmagic pocket camera, using EF mounts easier. If I want to adapt it to another camera, if I want to use it on a Red or rent another camera, rent an Ursa Mini again, then they all have an EF mount. So having a lenses that I can use on multiple cameras, not just on my FX9, is why I went with the EF mount. And I want to make sure and see if the focus is as quick on using the Sigma adapter with the EF mount, or using a native E mount lens, one of the Sigma Art Series E mount native lenses. Let's do some tests. So this is a Sigma 24-70 2.8 with the Sigma adapter onto the camera. Let's test out the autofocus. Looking good so far. Jonah, let's get you to go around the corner here. And I'm going to change my focus area here. Sorry to being wide, but it's still on face priority. And Jonah, come back around the corner. Pulling on him fast. And that's a bit close, Jonah, but there we go. Nice, this is working very well. And then rock back and forth, Jonah. I mean, this is definitely working way better than the Canon lenses with the Metabones adapter. What I have noticed with these lenses is that they make quite a bit of noise. I'm gonna see if I can pick this up with the mic here. So this is how you get your boom right in your shot. This is how you're not supposed to place a boom when you're doing stuff. Not like this. Let's see if we can hear the sound off this lens here. So Jonah, rocking back and forth. Move back farther, Jonah. Walk back and look at the lens again. And then walk forward. You'll definitely be able to hear that ticking of the lens. It's kind of a ticking sound coming from the lens there. Go back again, Jonah. Okay. So you can hear that ticking sound. That's what I've noticed when you're using the adapter to this lens. And when I did some other testing at the DV shop in Toronto with the native E-mount Sigma lenses, I was not getting that sound. So there was a bit, it's not a big, I don't think the camera can pick it up. I don't think the camera mic can pick it up. It's more when you have your head and your shoulder mounted, you can definitely hear it clicking. I don't know if it really caused any issues, but maybe it's a sign of it not working as smoothly as the E-mount native lenses. Walk towards camera. Okay, so now I have on the same lens, but in the E-mount, the Sony E-mount, the Sigma Art Series 24-70 at 2.8. Jonah, let's get you to go back a little bit farther. Let's go zoom in a bit. Walk towards camera. Where is it picking up your face? You're picking up your face there. And walking a bit more, Jonah. Stopping there. And you're kind of rocking around, Jonah. And with this one, there is no sound. There's none of that audible clicking. None of that sound from this. I don't know if I can really notice if it's smoother or not. We're going to have to do some other looking at this on the computer to see which one looks smoother. If it's the EF with the adapter or if it's the native E-mount. But they're definitely both working awesome. Jonah, get you to go around the corner and come back. Yeah, that picked it up right away really well. Awesome. So I'm back in the edit suite now. I've been looking at the footage in the native 4K off the FX9, and I can definitely say my hypothesis or what I was thinking And what I was hoping is true. The Sony glass, the native Sony glass and the Sony lenses seems to be working the best, but it's very close, and I really couldn't see a difference between that and the Sigma lenses with the Sigma native E mount and with the Sigma adapter going from the EF mount to the E mount. I couldn't see a difference. The speed of them was both great. They both work awesome, but the Canon glass on the Metabones, at least the Metabones that I was using, which is a brand new Metabones adapter, definitely, in my opinion, is not usable. I can't really trust that autofocus to work that way. Face recognition does not work with it, from what I can see. Maybe that will change in a future update to it. Who knows? But the Sigma glass is working, and this is great for me because I have invested in a bunch of more Art Series lenses. I'm going to be doing a later video talking about the set of zooms I've got from Sigma and why I chose those over other pieces of glass. But thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions or any things that you're thinking about, what you thought was working best, what you think is working best, what you've been trying on your camera, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know if there's some other things you would like to see on this channel. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, please give me a thumbs down. And please think of subscribing to the channel and hit that bell to get notified next time I upload another video. We'll see you on the next one.